Here's how to ask for the sale when you're on a sales call with a prospect. This is assuming that you have a mid or high ticket offer, something worth, at least 1K or above. I would consider mid or high ticket personally. So this is a process that a lot of people tend to overcomplicate or get really nervous about, or you get that feeling in your stomach whenever you ask for the sale. I've been in there. I totally understand that. I totally get that. I've dropped the price or been ready to kind of ask for the sale, and typically your mind can go into like, now I need to go into objection handling mode, or now I need to think about what they're going to say next, or stick to my script or anything like that. But realistically, it's just a matter of backing yourself in and assuming that the prospect is ready to go on the call today. You've done a good job throughout the discovery and the sales process has run smoothly. And now we're at the point where you're able to ask for the sale, essentially, which sounds so obvious, but a lot of people tend to overcomplicate this. At the end of the day is, if you don't ask, you don't get. So on the call, once everything's running smoothly and you drop the price and, you do your objection handling dance or whatever it might be. And then at that point, it's a simple matter of fact of simply asking, how would you like to proceed? Or are you ready to get started? Or are you ready to rock and roll is one of my favorites. Or are you ready to jump in? However you kind of like to phrase this for your own style, your own personality, your own tone. I personally love the, cool man, you ready to rock and roll? Like, it's just good fun. It takes it away from like the sales process and getting started in this super like serious thing that they're doing. And it's literally just like, you ready to rock and roll? And more often than not, people are like, yeah, let's do it. If not, then you just go back into objection handling or whatever you need to do. But what most people do is they tend to spiral and start to kind of hedge and get really nervous and never actually end up asking, like, you ready to rock and roll? Even after objection handling, if someone said they needed to think about it for however long, or the price or whatever it might be, after overcoming those objections, that's when you ask. You just sit there, let the silence kind of sit there and just say, are you ready to rock and roll? Would you like to proceed? How would you like to proceed? And by not actually doing that, or by not confronting that, the deal's just going to die. And then it gives the prospect a reason to be like, yeah, I'm just going to keep thinking about it. I'm just going to go talk to my partner. I'm going to go do whatever, like window shop with 10 of your competitors, do some research, whatever it might be, right? However, if you just back yourself in on the call and you get along with the prospect and they see the value and say, how confident do you feel that we can get you from A to B, or dream outcome, all of that kind of stuff, depending on your script. Go into script writing and frameworks and stuff in another video, but this is like assuming you're at the end of the call. The key thing you need to do is ask for the sale. So after you've said, how would you like to proceed? Stop talking. Or do you want to rock and roll? Stop talking. Let the silence just sit there. Back yourself. Just take a deep breath. I like to just take a big, deep breath through my nose personally. Then if they then hesitate or raise something that you haven't heard before, or raise another objection, that's just a simple question. That's when you just need to handle it and then ask again. Ready to rock and roll? I've genuinely asked on sales calls, are you ready to rock and roll, like 5 or 6 times? Like, yeah, literally like half a dozen times on a few calls. Sometimes it's like once, they're like, yep, let's do it. Sometimes, oh no, I'm not too sure. I think I need to go straight type on, think about it, whatever it might be. Handle that objection, and then you just loop back. Ready to rock and roll? How would you like to proceed? It's just a constant loop. It's a little dance. And then once you actually get and be like, yeah, let's do it. After you've handled all objections, you've isolated the objection, you've handled it, you just ask. And it sounds so simple, but I guarantee it that you will close more deals if you literally just ask. So pretty short one today, but we've had a few questions in the community recently, so I thought I'd make a video about it. If you're interested in this kind of stuff, you enjoy sales training and sales and you run sales calls, we've got some pretty interesting sales training inside of the Skool community, skool.com/send. The link should be down the bottom. In the description, sorry. And every Thursday, we also run sales training calls where we jump on. It's typically like 2, 3, maybe 4 people each week. And we drill objections, drill scripts, managing the sales call, asking for the sale, frameworks, tonality, pausing, basically everything. It's every week. On Thursdays, everything's recorded if you can't make it. But if you like this type of thing, feel free to jump in. We should have a 7-day free trial somewhere on this page as well. And we will see you inside.